All right, good morning, everyone. Quick sound check. Make sure you guys can hear me. Sound check 1, 2. All right, pop out the chat here. Awesome. Thank you, Jen. Oh, there it goes. Wasn't showing it to me for a quick second there. All right, so good morning, guys. It is Wednesday, January 23rd, 2019 here, so I hope you guys are all having a great day here so far. And hopefully we make it a little bit better, find some trade opportunities, and hopefully walk away with a little bit of green on the day. So first things first, I want to start off by taking a look at some news that we have coming out for today, which going to forexfactory.com, Perry also puts this on his level sheet as well. But you can see there really isn't anything major. There's nothing in red here. We got a little bit of Richmond Manufacturing Index there. So overall, really nothing to pay attention to for our day trading session today until 7:30 tonight for the Aussie dollar there. Could potentially be affected by that at 7:30 Eastern time. So, what's up? Anyway, so that's what we got there. So pretty neutral day in terms of news. And then taking a look at the broader markets here, right now we've got the Dow up 0.78%, the Russell up 0.27%, Nasdaq up 0.57%, and S&P's up 0.52%. So we've got a leader here on the day with the Dow, and that's most likely riding on the back of IBM. So IBM here had earnings last night after the bell. You can see close right here at about 122.5. And if we turn, I'm just going to switch this to a 5-minute chart and turn the extended session on, you can see this is gapping up here about $9 or so, 131.43 at the moment here in IBM. So a nice gap up in IBM here. That's going to put it right about there, give or take, right in line with this previous pivot here. And we got a little bit more room to go to kind of work into this gap on IBM. So this could potentially rally a little bit more on the day. I think first things first, it's going to have a little bit of sideways kind of consolidation, digest this move. IBM has not had a gap up opening in a very, very long time, especially off of earnings announcements. You can see the last one here was a gap down, and this one getting a gap up about proportionate to the same amount of size as this move down. So IBM has not experienced this in a long time, and I don't think a lot of people are going to know exactly what to do with that gap in IBM. But it is leading the charge here with the Dow, like I said, up 0.80%. So I'm going to keep the Dow on radar today just because it does have IBM, and that could be a good mover on the day. But the main market I do want to focus on here again still is going to be the NASDAQ. So I'm going to run through my analysis here on the NASDAQ, what it is that I'm looking for, and recap yesterday and then how that leads into today. So I disregard news days. So Monday we had MLK Day. I completely scrub that data from the chart. I try not to look at it, and I definitely don't put it into my analysis when I'm running levels. So I don't care about Monday here. I went ahead and pulled levels though for yesterday at 67.2275, 66.43 quarters, and then way down here at 65.6975. And you can see we tested small reaction off of 22.75, finally got beneath it, and they just could not get above it. We tried 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times yesterday to try and get back up above this level. And for those of you in the pro course, the confirmation closes above and below. If you look at the hourly chart for the NASDAQ, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about there. And we did get confirmation closes beneath this level, telling us that it was no longer a valid long setup, and then that just proceeded to take it to the next level of 66.43 quarters. So if you did take a long in here, which I did in full disclosure yesterday, I did have a long from right in 19s there. That did stop. I unfortunately did not revert to the short side. I waited for this move to complete all the way back down here into 43 quarters before attempting any more longs. So with that being said, coming into today, what are the new levels here? Are we still going to continue to slide off, or does this market have any rally left in it? And right now I'm going to go ahead and delete the current levels we have in place there. 66.91s, we're kind of somewhere right in here. And there is no current levels right in around where we are. So the levels I have for the day right now are going to come in at 66.39 and a quarter. And then also I'm going to draw on a level here at 67.18s. If we can get a rally to the upside, then that'll be the first potential stop for targets on that move. So taking a look at the Nasdaq, you can see that 39 quarter level. So far, overnight lows here are 38 and a quarter. So we traded up in the overnight session, came down, tested this level here at about 3:10 this morning Eastern time, and then so far now have reacted by about 50 points or so off of that level of 66.39 quarters. So that trade did set up in the overnight session for a long opportunity off of 39 quarters there. And still continuing to give us momentum here to the upside. So my game plan for today is obviously I'm going to respect these levels, have the targets to the upside here, which are about 30 points away, and then I'm going to be looking for some type of divergence or smaller time frame uptrend in order to identify an opportunity to get into this market to the long side in the Nasdaq. That's going to hold true as well for the S&Ps here. You can see the S&Ps, we had a level coming into yesterday at 53.75s. That level traded right at the open. We tried to get through it, failed, and then just backslid all day right down here into 26.22 quarters before we finally found a footing there and were able to hold closes above that level. Had we not, next level to the downside in the S&P, sorry, would have been 25.9775s. So again, same game plan here coming into today with the S&Ps is we've got a level in place at 26.2450. Now S&Ps haven't quite traded that in the overnight session. We traded a low of 27.50s, a high of 47.75. So we got a 20-point range so far in the overnight session, and we're about 2 points off of that high. And what I'm going to do is leave that 53.75 level in place there. You can move it up to the open if you wanted a 54 quarters there. But overall, I mean, 53.75 to 54 quarter, that's going to be kind of the target here on this trade. And that's currently looking to be about 8 points away from where we're currently trading at. So we need a really good risk-to-reward ratio entry into the S&Ps in order to justify taking that trade here somewhere off of the open. Now, that is why I do like the Nasdaq a little bit better, and Nasdaq did come down and trade that level in the overnight session. So that is the reason I'm focusing more so on the Nasdaq, is I think it has a better risk-to-reward ratio with the right entry and a little bit of a better target potential than the S&Ps here. So that's what I'm seeing there in the S&Ps. I want to switch gears here to gold for a quick second. So in gold, we've got a level down here at 74.70s on the day. And I want to make sure that I'm aware if we come down here and trade kind of 74.80s or so and front run that level, just so I have some time to look at the chart. So I'm going to go ahead and create an alert for at or below 1274.80 there. So I do think gold is on a downward trajectory to that point. We talked about this last week on Thursday, where I thought gold was going to get rejected off this 1300 level up here and work its way down into 1274.70s. We haven't quite done that, or haven't quite hit that level just yet, but I do think that is most likely coming here at some point today, maybe tomorrow. It's only about 4 points away here, so shouldn't take too long to get there. And if it does, I want to definitely pay attention to that level. So that's what I've got here for the initial analysis of the S&Ps, the Nasdaq, the Dow, and gold. Russell here is pretty much the same situation as the rest of the markets. The reason I'm not focusing on the Russell here so much, though, on the day in terms of longs, actually, you know what? Let's do a little pop quiz. Who wants to win something free? So I'll give you guys a Amazon gift card, MLT mousepad, t-shirt, something like that. Anybody just type in the chat, either Discord or the YouTube, does not matter to me. Why is it that you guys don't think I'm focusing on the Russell today to the long side? What is it that the Russell is telling me that I don't intend on getting long the Russell? Van wants to win something. Parker wants to win something. All right, what's your answer? Why am I not wanting to trade the Russell on the day? Weakest market, absolutely, Parker. Bingo. Jen, weakest market, bingo. There you guys go. The Russell's only up 0.22% on the day. Dow's up 0.74%. I mean, that's a third. It's super, super weak. Because you're scared. Nice one, Van. All right, Parker, Jen, Kaylin, send me a DM. I'll send you guys some free stuff. Let me know a t-shirt size or a mouse pad, whatever it is you guys want, and I'll get that sent out to you guys. So that's why I'm not really focusing on the Russell, and why I skipped over initially, but felt that I had to come back to that and just let you guys know that that is something I'm paying attention to, and why it is that I'm not looking to trade the Russell on the day. So I'll still keep it on the radar. I still obviously have it on my 8 grid. I still obviously have it on my 4 grid, and I'm going to be taking cues off of it if it gives me a divergence with the other markets. If it shows me some type of entry possibility into these other markets, I'll still pay attention to it. But in terms of taking a long in that market, not something I want to do today here on Wednesday, January 23rd. All right, taking a look. Looks like gold just broke to new lows there, and overall, I think that's the majority of what it is I wanted to look at here first thing this morning. I did want to take a look and see what other earnings announcements we had coming up here potentially after the bell today that we could take advantage of and look at in the MLT Power Hour. So I'll be doing that with you guys in there as these markets are kind of setting up. And I do want to be cautious today. I just want to make sure that I'm having keeping everything in mind, and risk and alignment and everything like that, and not kind of stepping out of bounds here and taking a trade that is not going to fit my criteria or my trade plan, because we've got big ranges again. I mean, Nasdaq was down like 170 points, I think it was yesterday. I think I saw it down a little bit more than that at one point in time. So we've got big ranges on the day. There's no reason to press trades right now. There's no reason to take something that doesn't fit your criteria, and there's no reason to size up or overtrade, given the fact that we have these opportunities in these ranges right now. I mean, 170 points in the Nasdaq. What is that? A 14? Can't even think of that. $3,400 per contract move. 170 points there. Math was a little rusty this morning. That was a big move yesterday. Coming off of a holiday kind of quote-unquote 3-day weekend there, and some big moves. So keep that in mind here. It only takes one good trade, quality over quantity here, to set yourself up for a really, really nice week. And we're having those ranges again, so just keep that in mind. Anyways, guys, if you have some symbols you want me to take a look at, we got another few minutes here. I'm going to cut the stream off at 9:25 a.m. Eastern Time and get ready for the morning power hour with you guys. But if there's some symbols that are you want me to take a look at that are about to open up here at the 9:30 bell, then I will definitely do that. Just go ahead and punch those into the chat. Otherwise, I'm just going to take a look here. I'm not too interested in trading crude oil here, so just taking a look at it. I'll scan through some of these other markets and see if something pops out at me. But so far, nothing else has this morning. I just want to make sure that I did not miss anything potentially here on the day. And again, going to be taking a look at IBM and some of those earnings after the market opens here. Nat Gas, we were talking about Nat Gas last Thursday there. Nice move to the downside, completely reversed that bar. So most likely does the same thing again today and then gets bamboozled. I think Nat Gas numbers are tomorrow. Nat Gas storage numbers, yeah, tomorrow at 10:30 on Thursday. And I'm going to take a look at corn and soybeans just because they are available products here on my watch list. And these have been doing a whole lot of nothing. These were great products to trade back in, I want to say it was like 13, maybe 14. Soybeans were having just like phenomenal moves way back in the day and were really, really great product to trade. And so far just kind of fallen off since then. They're the same size as the S&Ps in terms of per tick and per point value there. And you can see, yesterday's range, about 19 points there. So not a great product to trade. I do keep it on the watch list and just kind of see if there's something that stands out, some type of outlier event in there that could present some opportunities. Again, it is at the very, very bottom of the watch list there. So if I'm struggling to find some things outside of the indices, which are obviously at the very top, gold and crude oil and silver and all this kind of right here, nat gas, all of the Forex markets there in the middle. So when I do my kind of daily run through, I obviously want to focus on the indices the most, take a look at some Forex pairs and see if there's something standing out that is moving that could potentially affect the gold, silver, crude oil markets. And then at the very, very bottom, when I run my analysis, is kind of corn and soybeans. So something to keep in mind where you prioritize, what it is that you're looking at, and make the most use of your time during the day. All right, guys, that's what I got here, 9:24. I'm going to go ahead and cut the stream off here and get ready for the morning power hour with you guys. Otherwise, trade your plan your trade, take care of all that, keep your risk in alignment, set your daily stops, keep your rules, discipline, patience, consistency, all of that stuff, right? Keep all of that in mind on the day. It is only Wednesday. It is a short week again. Monday was pretty much a half day for futures there. But overall, I think we do have some excellent opportunities setting up here over the next 3 days, and I'm going to be with you guys trading each one of those days live every morning from 9:30 to 10:30 Eastern Time, and then doing the morning trade plan like we're doing right now and getting you guys set up for what it is that we're looking to watch and how we can take advantage of these markets each and every day. So that's what I got for you guys. Take care. I'll see you guys in the MLT Power Hour in just a few minutes.